Hey guys, and welcome back to another video of Rough Ride Restorations. And in today's episode, we're gonna be working on Fred a little bit. And we ain't never worked on Fred before. Well, I guess we ain't working on him. We're more or less gonna put stuff on him and show you what stuff that is in a second. But here he is, and I got him back here because, you know, snow, driveway, I wanted to plow it, stuff like that. But we gotta go ahead and pull him around front. Oh, no, my door's locked. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and pull him around front so we can go ahead and get his new toys on, to say the least. All right, so let's see if he starts up in this cold weather. I mean, I hope so. Pump the gas a little bit. Would you look at there? He started right up. Ooh, turn on these wipers. Oh, that's so much better. Turn on my lights so I can see stuff. There we go. We can see my dashboard all lit up. Turn the light on here. Man, that's pretty cool, isn't it? All right. Go and put him in the drive. And woo! Ride around like that. And boom. Turn off these lights. Turn Fred off. Boom. Alright guys, so man, isn't that a beautiful truck? I know you ain't never seen a truck that beautiful before. Oh, there we go. So I went ahead and brought it all out, but we got a Dixie horn right here, so you know that from the Dukes of Hazzard, right? If you ain't never seen the Dukes of Hazzard, you shouldn't be watching my channel, you should be watching that right now. But then we got a CB radio right here, and there's some other things we need to hook up to: switches, knobs, bobbles, boobles. In between, far between, let's go. Let's hook her up. All right, guys, so the first thing we got to do on this, go ahead and lift the hood, which I'm not looking forward to, you know, because snow in Ohio and cold, and it's getting dark, and I might freeze to death. There we go. Oh, snow on my wrist. Alright guys, there is no way I'm not going to trip on that wire sometime throughout this video. There, I can see myself just going, and just kind of dying a little bit right there. Let's turn on my interior lights so we can see stuff. Boop. White light, there we go. Now you can see how to get through my firewall, back and around here to my battery. We're gonna go ahead and find out where that cord needs to go through in the firewall, and I'll be right back with you. I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. I turned off my camera and everything just because I thought it was gonna take forever to find that hole in the firewall. But none did I just looked right under here. Look at them two holes right there. They're just peeking through. No wonder my cab's so gosh darn cold. Oh yeah, it's right there. So I'm just going to feed them wires right through one of them holes. Yeah, just feed it right through there. And once I do that, I'm just going to, you guys probably know this by now. You know, if you're watching my video, you're probably as old as me. But this red wire means positive, right? And then the black wire means negative. And you put the black wire to the ground and the red wire to the battery, right? Okay, so we gotta understand. So if I run it through that hole right here, it looks like it's gonna come out. So I might just run it behind my block up, like how they have them wires run up and around. Or I'm gonna see if there are any holes in the passenger side real quick. I'm gonna do this and I'm not gonna, yeah, there we go. I didn't die, but I hurt the camera. I didn't hurt my camera, it's okay. Are there any holes over here? Nope, they're not. Wait, how about in this vent? Is that a hole in there? Is that a hole? I don't see no hole. Dadgum. Okay, so it looks like we have to feed it through them holes. Alright guys, so I was just going to hook all this up and then show you guys the aftermath, but I have to do some stupid stuff in order to hook this up, and that's the reason you guys are watching me, because you plan on watching stupid stuff, probably me getting hurt. So that wire right there that's attached to the red lead is for my tachometer, right? So I followed that wire all the way around here. That was the previous owner that did that, I believe. That's that wire right there. So I'm going to cut into that wire, or try to, and just run this red wire into it, and then I'll just ground this black wire out right here on a wobbly bolt. So in order to do that, I got to climb up into my hood, start cutting on things, but before I do that, I got to find a pair of electrical pliers, which I'm having a hard time finding. But that's the stupid part that I got to do, is I got to climb up to my hood in the snow with slippery cowboy boots that ain't got no tread on. All right, guys, so I was able to find these pliers, you know, because I never put tools away. So I looked where I should put it away at, and it was there. So I'm gonna guess that I actually put something away from once. In here. This hood all the way. Oh, that's wobbly. Okay, that made my whole truck wobble. I'm sure that's okay. That made a lot of cracking noise. Oh, there we go. Good thing about having an old Ford truck is you got space for 2 grown men, a cat, and maybe a small child. You know, I could just. Do I have that speaker wire? Head off this hood. Yeah. Good. All right, speaker wire. Couldn't find any speaker wire, but I found this wire that was way too heavy duty for the job. So I think it'll work perfect. I tell you guys what, with all this snow, I'm really putting this waterproof on this camera to a good test, right? All right. So anyway, what I did is I did the easiest thing I could do, right? Because you don't want to make anything hard. Nothing is ever hard when you're fixing cars. That is the best advice you'll ever get. I didn't say it was true. I just said it was good advice. Anyway, so I ran that wire that's way too heavy duty. I hope it works. If it doesn't, I'll just get speaker wire. No big deal. All the way over, ran it through that clip, all the way around. I can't find my zip ties. When I do, I'll zip tie that. And I just ran it to the same metal, you know, those bolts that you put the electrical wire into, and it screws in there, and you put it on the bolt. Anyway, I just shoved in the same one of those. And that's the power leading to it. And then the ground, that's where this is ground. I don't know why it's red and black. I just shoved it in that hole right there. I mean, there's no way that that's going to come out. I just zip tie it to that wire like that, and it'll never come out. Let's see if, she probably don't because I don't have the antenna hooked up, but, you know, let's see if I can turn it on here. Well, actually, let's see first and foremost if my tack works, because I kind of did unplug my tack on accident when I was going through all that, and that's more important than a CB. Okay, yes, that works. So I also got to buy my PA speaker for this. It'll be here the 29th of December, so I'll be putting it on in this video. So let's go ahead and hook all this up. Turn my truck off, you know, because gas is a thing. There we go. Put my keys on my side right here. Can't find my side. There's my side. Hi, side. How you doing, side? You're a good side. I might just put the CB on top of my dash, if I'm being completely honest, and just run this through my door. And then like whoop, because this door doesn't seal. I've had snow just come in through the back right here and just like pile on my seat, like with my door fully closed and my window fully up. So I think that's probably what we will do. All right, guys, so it's getting pretty dark out here, pretty cold. I got most of the stuff hooked up, got the antenna up there going through the door, got all the wires hooked up. I just need to clean everything up, and then tomorrow we're gonna go ahead and hook up that horn, and we're gonna finish up the CB. I would go ahead and finish it tonight, but man, it's getting cold out here, and I tell you what, I ain't a big fan of the cold. Well, I am, but not when it's, you know, 0 and starting to snow again, and I don't want to do that. So we're gonna do it tomorrow before I got to go to work. That's if I even do have to go to work. I don't know, it might be too snowy. Alright guys, so as usual, I proved to myself that I shouldn't be allowed to do anything to do with anything that does anything with electric. So, I had this wire coming out here to that heavy duty wire that I found that was going to my battery cable, right? And then I had this grounded to a pretty sketchy ground that wasn't really grounding right, so that wasn't working. Alright guys, wow, that was a voice crack and a half. Anyway, so last night, you know how you, well, it wasn't last night, I guess you just watched me this morning. It's been a long day, I'm sorry. But the reason that it isn't the morning anymore is because I had to get some wire. To hook up everything, because the heavy gauge wire doesn't like anything. But just to make sure I had the wires in the right, you know, way, to make sure I wasn't being stupid or brain farting. There's a hair on my camera. Go away. Okay. Anyway, I hooked up the CB radio directly to the battery, and it worked great. So I just got home from work. My boss gave me some wire, and because he thought it was the funniest thing ever, the 16-year-old had a CB radio. So I guess we're gonna go ahead and try. I'm not gonna say hook it up, but we can try to hook it up, I'll tell you that much. But should just be able to run a wire from the positive all the way through, and then I'll ground out the negative and one of the trim pieces in the truck itself. So it shouldn't be too hard, but you know, that's what I said last night too, and we've ended up disconnecting it about 30 times. So we'll see. Sometimes it'll just pop open, but most of the time it won't. So you gotta pull the lever, then you gotta go whoop, bam. Oh, let's go. Oh, some stuff on the hood things that go because they don't like to go they like to click 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 click, and they don't like that. Not good. I'm convinced that that actually isn't a hood latch. It's meant for working on this. Like, they intentionally put that there to hang lights so you can see what you're doing. Good job, Ford. Good job. Them flames had like 20 horsepower, if you guys were wondering. And wag a ding ding dong, we're going to run around through here like this. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my lights, my interior lights. There we go. They're gonna flash and they're gonna be white. Okay, where's my cord? Is that okay? So if I pull on that, how much slack do I actually have with all of that? Because I do need some extra cord for my horns. Do I? Yeah, I got plenty of slack. I'm just gonna make that go over like that. There we go. Man, guys, you can see how I'm just like, I am a professional now. Looky there at all that extra wire. That's for my horns. Going there like that. And you guys are going to watch me from inside the truck now, where it's nice and cozy. So you guys can be nice and warm while you're watching me freeze my booty cheeks off. Choppy chop. Okay, everything on this truck is metal, but somehow I can't find a good ground. How in the heck does that work? I'll just hook this up to the already existing ground. Reuse it. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. Be nice to the planet, says the guy with the 1978 F-150. I'm getting a hole. I give a little twirly whirly. And this should turn on. Yeah, it's on. Let's go. I'm the smartest man you'll ever meet in your life. I promise you that right now. Alright, so I'm gonna tell you guys what. I got some plans. Alright, I got some big plans for the CB radio right here. So for the time being, I'm just gonna stick it on top of my dash, but eventually I want to build a box right there where I keep all my screws and that magnet right there. I want to build a box and put it in there because I just think that'd be awesome. Or I could just kind of rebend the bracket and use it up in there and just put it in there like that and then slide it in there like poop, because that'd work too. But you know, I figured out eventually. I just heard a big thump thump. What was that? What is that? Hello? Oh, if that works, we will go ahead and plug in the antenna, set it up on the counter. No, not the countertop. This is trucks don't have countertops. The dashboard. Yeah, the dashboard. All right, we'll set it up on the dashboard and see you guys in a minute. Okay, guys. So we got the CB radio hooked up. For now, we're just gonna keep the little speaker thing in my sunroof because I think that'll work just fine. Like I said, we got it sitting on the dash. I kind of tucked all the cords away for the most part. I'll do a little bit of cleaning up later. But for now, it's good enough. I got it so it's working. And I don't know if I told you guys this already, but I got a PA system speaker that is coming in the mail. Yeah, I already told you guys that because I remember saying something about 29th. So I got that coming in, and when I do that, we'll go ahead, it just plugs into the back with like an aux cord, and I'll just run the cord through here, and I'll probably end up bolting my PA system somewhere. I don't know, right here is a pretty good spot for it. I did want to bolt it outside, but I'm afraid someone will steal it, you know, because Ohio. I may just put my horns over here, and I might make a bracket for it because I do have a little bit of spare metal, maybe enough to make a bracket. Or I might put my horns over here and my PA system over here because my engine bay is massive and I got plenty of space for everything. So we're gonna go ahead and just kind of put together all the hoses for the horn and everything and see how that goes. Okay guys, so I got all the horns hooked up to their right spots, And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm probably going to just run a wire across the front this time, and I'm just gonna set the kind of put them over here in this general place. They don't have to be separated. I'll just kind of lay them all out closer to the way that they're supposed to be, and they should be good enough. And I'll just find a way to screw the motor itself down, because the way that motor works is it has a spinny thingy on the inside of it. It's almost like points in a distributor. It's a spinny cap, and then it comes through and it hits all of these horns the way that they're the times that they're supposed to be hit. So it spins. So it needs to be locked down somehow, which it looks like there's a little port right here for me to put some, you know, like a washer with a bolt, something. So I'll go ahead and hook up the electric to it and the switch and everything, and then we'll see how we're going to fasten it down. Okay, so I got the horn ground hooked up right here on this bolt right there, and so this right here is nothing. Go away, go right there. This right here is the positive cord, and this is going to be hooked up to the switch, and the switch is going to be hooked up to the battery. So if all's well ends well, I'm going to be 2 foot short of wire. Okay, so I got some more bad news. Bad news on top of bad news on top of bad news. All right, so the switch that I got is the wrong type of switch. So that means I get to go to town in the morning and get a light switch for my horn, because the switch is the wrong size. So that's gonna be fun. So it's just gonna be a light switch instead of, you know, the actual horn button. But we'll get to that tomorrow when we get to it. Hopefully bright and early in the morning, I'll go to town, get a light switch, come back and do it before I got to go to Junior Fair Board. So I'll see y'all on the flip side. Alright guys, so we're back here in another beautiful Ohio morning where it's cold and there's snow everywhere, and I almost slipped and broke my butt. So much fun. Okay, so I just got back from my trip to town and I had more time than I expected, so we're gonna go ahead and see if we can hook this horn up. Went ahead and got a light switch, which is a lot simpler than that stupid switch that they gave me that was wrong. I got some extra wire here to come from the battery to the switch itself, and then I got that to go from the horn to the switch, and then I bought some more zip ties so that all my wires aren't loosey-goosey, right? Because that's pretty important. We don't like loosey-gooseys here. Loosey-gooseys are bad. So it ain't moving, bud. Look, that's tight. That actually is pretty good. I'm just gonna leave that like that until something goes wrong. Yeah, okay, because this is the ground right here. This is the power right here. If that's the power, I think I already ran it through the cab last night. I can't remember what I did. Okay, so this is the power. All right, and then I just hook this up to that. I'll probably give it a little bit of extra wire and just tuck it up here for now because, you know, science. All right, so I guess we'll start running this from that one wire and see how it goes. All right guys, so after some extremely simple wiring, I got her finished. And I know this looks really bad, but you know what? Until I build myself an overhead console like I want for that, I'm just gonna go ahead and put this up there too, so I can go flicky flicky. Well, I actually just put, like, you know, an actual metal toggle switch up there. But anyway, till I build that, it's just gonna stay like this, which I don't actually mind because, you know, it kind of matches the rest of the truck if I do say so myself. But wait, all right, that was just the finish.